Before we begin this episode, I'm going to say happy birthday, Ed.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, your birthday was yesterday, October 5th, and this is coming out October 6th.
That's right. Thank you. And I enjoyed celebrating with you guys, because that happens.
Yeah.
Every year.
Every year.
You're a sweet, sweet boy, and we're so happy to have you on here. And we said, you know what Ed would love? Ed would love to talk about the Oscars. So you know what? I'm going to hand this podcast over to you, and guess what? You're leading us today.
Yeah. So I'm glad we talked about this beforehand so I could be fully prepared. But yeah, it's that time of year, and you
have to do the intro. You have to do the intro and introduce us. Welcome back to Punch Drunk Nerd.
Welcome back to Punch Drunk Nerd, where three friends, three amigos, three musketeers join together and nerd out. This time it's me, your host, Edward Ball, and with me we have
Luis Gonzalez
and
Miguel Sanchez.
Welcome, guys. Good to see you.
We have to say it for the YouTube watchers. What's going on with our outfits right now?
What is going on with our...
Whew, it's feeling good.
Well, it's not only my birthday, but we are celebrating the beginning of the Oscar season, as it were. So, you know, it's about to get hot and heavy, sweaty and sticky.
Also, just in general, Ed, you believe in a deep V. You know what I mean?
I do love me a deep V.
I don't know if it's a European style. Oh, okay. You know what? Not a priest. Go fuck yourself. I don't think button up an appropriate amount is like a collar. You know what I mean?
Like it might be like a little European, but there are plenty of people in Britain who wear it all the way up. But I just can't do that.
That is a look.
It's suffocating. It is a look.
Yo, if you do it right, it's a cholo look. Hang on a second.
Okay, Oscars. We're getting back. Let's go. We're talking Oscars, right, Ed? Let me help you out.
We are talking Oscars. So, guys, it's the award season.
I'm ready.
And we should talk about the movies that we think are going to be nominated, huh? Like, what movies are we excited about? What movies we think are going to make it big? We've obviously had some shifts on the schedule due to the ongoing strikes, which I'm predicting are still going on this time in October. So
they actually just recently wrapped that up. A landfall
victory.
Yeah.
Victory for the
Dune 2 is back
for the studios. Actually, couldn't believe it. That
Studios won. AI prevailed. All hail our conquering leaders. So yeah, because of that, we've had some shifts. Dune, especially, was looking like a big contender this year, and now that's been bumped back. A lot of people, because of, I guess, the technical categories that Dune probably would have dominated. A lot of people are now bumping up Oppenheimer in that.
Of course,
slot.
As they should, right, Luis?
As they should.
Oh yes, they should. Technically,
it's technically sound, right?
Technically sound.
Is that a car horn?
You tell us.
Let's get into it. You guys just want to shoot around some predictions for the top 5 categories.
Ed, honestly, I have no idea what upcoming movies are going to be predicted in the Oscars. Isn't there weren't there a bunch of movies in Venice that potentially will be in the Oscar
many
running?
movies, Luis. Yeah. Yes,
I'm actually furious at how many categories Ed has predicted right now. This is too much content for Miguel. Okay,
it's just the top 6, and I could just do the front runners of each one.
Let's go.
If my dogs would shut the fuck up. They did, because Sarah just got home. She missed my birthday, so that bitch. Which category should we discuss first?
Best Picture. Let's just try straight from the top.
Okay, all right. Best Picture. So, currently the front runners are looking like Killers of the Flower Moon, Oppenheimer, Maestro, and fresh out of Venice, Poor Things, which is opening to rave reviews.
Like a couple months back. Yeah.
Fresh. Like Rotten Tomato. Fresh.
I mean, a lot of these movies, the thing, what's tough is like some of these movies aren't even out yet. Like, when does Poor Things come out?
December.
We're just hearing from word of mouth that it's a good movie, you know? And then Maestro, when does that come out? Maestro.
November, I think.
Okay. September. No. September 2nd?
Poor Things was supposed to come out in September, and it got bumped back, I guess, for a bigger Oscar push. So, yeah, and obviously Oppenheimer's already out. Here's the thing with Oppenheimer, it could lose that momentum by the time...
I don't think.
It's interesting. I mean, look, I don't know. I guess that's an interesting point because, like, Everything Everywhere All at Once was in February. God damn it. It was in February, and that kept, that won Best Picture. So I guess if they keep campaigning for that. I mean, another one that we haven't talked about, I see it on your list, is Barbie. And I think that might be like a blockbuster. I feel like the Oscars are allowing to introduce, like they're introducing more blockbuster movies. Like last year was Top Gun. This year will probably be like Barbie will be a favorite.
So far, highest grossing movie of the year. So
I want to come out and say it. Okay, my hot take prediction of this episode. I think Margot Robbie should get an Oscar nom for Barbie.
Well, we'll get to that, won't we, young man?
We'll see.
Everybody bite their lip.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, some other contenders like Barbie. I don't think Barbie is a front runner, but I think it will, just out of pure popularity, it will probably get that nomination. A lot of people are gunning for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse to get that nod. I think the only thing, the studio might just settle for that animated feature, which it more than likely will win.
Yeah.
And then maybe save that Best Picture push for the third one whenever it comes out. Which has been known to happen. Like Toy Story 3 was nominated for Best Picture. It's not unheard of.
It deserved it.
It did deserve it, and maybe because Across the Spider-Verse is a part 1, that might alienate some people. But it would be cool to see it up there.
Yeah.
As of now, I mean, I thought it was worth it. And then some others, like we were saying, that haven't come out yet. The Holdovers, The Bike Riders, The Zone of Interest, Rustin, All of Us Strangers. So yeah, still a lot of these haven't even had like first reactions yet out of because we've still got a couple of.
This is all pure gut, pure vibes. Like we're just kind of like,
we're vibing.
Yeah. We're vibing. We don't know what's happening. We're looking at trailers. We talked about Bike Riders last 5 weeks ago.
Last month. A month ago.
A month ago, we talked about Bike Riders with Tom Hardy making up another voice again. And then we have Ferrari. You had these dark horses: Ferrari, The Killer, Napoleon, Priscilla, Anatomy of a Fall, Saltburn, The Color Purple, and May December. A bunch of movies to look out for this year.
That's a list.
It's a list.
I mean, of the front runners and contenders, you could probably have your whole like Best Picture nominees right there. But yeah, Ferrari, I think might.
I heard it wasn't that. I mean,
it got mixed.
It got mixed reviews. Yeah.
The Killer also is getting good reviews, but they're saying it's kind of like small scale Fincher. Like, it's just like a easy thriller for him. Like, he could have done it with his eyes closed. Napoleon is one of those movies that remains to be seen by anybody. Ridley Scott has, I don't know. The last time he had a movie that was nominated for Best Picture was The Martian, maybe.
Can I just say, I want to do a callback to a couple episodes ago. We were talking about this. When I see a trailer, I either want to see the movie or I don't want to see the movie. Dude, Napoleon, I'm way down to see, man. I cannot wait to see it. I hope it does well, and I hope it gets all the Oscar noms.
Me too. I really hope it. Like, if that movie like knocks it out of the park, you've got Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director. You know, there's a lot of potential there, but I guess we'll see. Any more on Best Pictures? As of now, who is your number one pick? Go, Luis.
I think
just pick one.
Probably honest. Poor Things.
Okay, Miguel.
This is not my whatever. I'm gonna just say Killers of the Flower Moon because
that was my second one. I was almost gonna say
that first trailer, dude.
Yeah,
can you spot the wolves in this picture? Come on,
Miguel, you won the summer movie wager, so I have to say that you might be right here. It might be Killers of the Flower Moon.
I don't want to be given that. I don't want to hold that torch.
You're a seer.
That
now.
I will.
You're an
I will now. Yeah.
You're the reigning champion until next year.
Ed, let's talk about some frontrunner directors.
Wait, hold on. Ed has to tell his.
My bad.
No,
sorry.
As of now, I would probably say, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Tight.
For sure.
All right.
All right.
Ed, let's talk some frontrunner directors.
All right, man. All right. Whoa, Miguel. Very front runners. We just mentioned it. Killers of the Flower Moon. Obviously, Martin Scorsese. A lot of people are saying this is like his best movie of the century.
I would love that.
I would love that. That man only has one Oscar.
Whoa, really?
And that's wild because
that is pretty
he's
crazy.
One of the most prolific filmmakers of our time.
Right? Like, and he's still making good movies. Like, you have directors who were reigning in the 90s who, make some real stinkers. We were talking about Ridley Scott a minute ago. Who but? But Martin Scorsese is top talent, and I mean, he'll definitely get a nomination, but it would be really cool to see him get a second win. Up there, too, is Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, and Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor Things.
Man, I gotta say, I would love Nolan to get Best Director.
So I think if it came down to it, I think Oppenheimer would sooner take Best Picture than Best Director this year.
Oh man, you're the one I default to. I don't know, but
I could be wrong.
It's one of those. I remember when there was a year when Steve Carell was nominated for Foxcatcher and Jonah Hill was nominated for maybe Moneyball. It was a long time ago. There's a world where there's certain people where it's like when they're nominated, I just kind of want them to win because
totally.
They deserve it. And that's how I feel about Nolan. This is not a legacy award. Like this is definitely
sure.
He could earn it on this one.
Totally. And I think again because Dune Part 2 is out of the mix, I think it's really given a big push. So, and this is the movie I think of all of his movies that but he could steal some gold. So at least Best Picture and very possibly Best Director. Let's talk about some other contenders real quick. We were talking about Barbie. I see Greta Gerwig getting nominated for Best Director a lot easier than Barbie does get nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah.
I think because of what Greta Gerwig, I think
she's
Barbie
a name.
Barbie doesn't work without Greta Gerwig.
Yeah. I do think that it's going to be nominated for Best Picture. I mean, there's 10
I think it will.
10 available nominations, and I think the Oscars want to put at least like some blockbuster that's a really good movie up there so that it can kind of grab an audience and for people to watch it. So,
totally.
I think it's a pretty tight race as far as directors go. Like, from Scorsese
I'm
to Yorgos to Greta to Nolan.
I'm dead set on those top three. I think those are going to be the reigning contenders, and I think who wins that depends very much on the success of Killers of the Flower Moon, and then the success of Poor Things, which is going to be like a weird movie to some, but it could like really gain some steam in December, and Killers of the Flower Moon comes out this month, October. So you never know. But Bradley Cooper for Maestro that's been tossed around. He got nominated, obviously. No, he didn't get nominated for A Star Is Born. He got nominated for Best Actor in that one, I believe. A lot of people have been talking about The Zone of Interest, which premiered at Cannes, I believe, but I haven't seen anything on it. But it is constantly in the discussion of the Oscars this year, so we'll see what happens there. Alexander Payne is kind of like an old Oscar favorite. He was nominated for Sideways, Up in the Air. No, not Up in the Air, I'm sorry. About Schmidt, and The Descendants. And this is like kind of like a comeback movie for him with his original Sideways star, Paul Giamatti. So that would be kind of like a comfort one. And then people are really praising Jeff Nichols for the Bike Riders. They're saying like it's some of his best work too. So that could mix things up a bit.
I'm not really sold on Bike Riders, I'm going to be honest.
Fine, whatever. I'm excited. I think Jeff Nichols is a really good director. He's like subtle.
I'm embarrassed to say this. I didn't realize until you said Paul Giamatti. The Holdovers, is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
That's that one where he like stays over winter break or whatever.
Yeah.
That's again, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up. Man, what a great trailer. That's a great definitely trailer. A trailer that sold me. That was like a slew of trailers that I saw before Oppenheimer that I could not believe that. And that's a separate, I could have a whole episode of just trailers that played before Oppenheimer that really sold me. But that was a good one. I would definitely, I like the vibe of that one.
Yeah, it's getting some good praise out of Venice right now. So I think that will be like a solid entry, but I don't see it being like a titan at the awards season.
I get that. Yeah. But it feels like kind of like a quiet,
drama,
like crowd pleaser. You know,
exactly. Yeah, precisely. Just some other dark horses out there. All of Us Strangers is coming out with a lot of buzz, so Andrew Hay for that. Emerald Fennell is coming back with her latest feature, Saltburn, which has actually proven a little divisive at some of these festivals, but she's a fan favorite. Like, people like her work. Justine Triet for Anatomy of the Fall, that was the Palme d'Or winner at Cannes this year. And going off of last year's Palme d'Or winner, Triangle of Sadness, I'm just saying you could maybe see a repeat. And then Celine Song for Past Lives, which has been kind of like a slow burn, like sweetheart of the year, like movie sweetheart. Like, people, it was like a quiet release, but people loved that movie. So that might kind of
Past Lives, right?
Past Lives, yeah.
Is that? Yeah, this was actually a trailer that I watched. I was like, oh, I kind of want to watch this one too.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but by all accounts, it's really great. So that could be a good one. Are we ready to move to Best Actor?
Yeah, I think we should. Can we? Let's jumble. Sorry, I'm putting the producer head on. Can we? Let's bundle all the actors together.
All the actors together.
Since this is a mini,
it's a mini episode.
We can't get.
Okay. Are you saying like Best Actor, Best Actress?
Let's roll through them. Let's go.
Just like a pool of them. Like, I think, like, who do you think are going to be our favorite actors and actresses?
I'm going to give you 5.
Let's go.
I'm going to fill out the category according to
Let's
me.
go.
All right. Best Actor, Leonardo DiCaprio, Killers of the Flower Moon. Coleman Domingo, who's currently probably the one to beat this year, for Rustin. Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer. Then I would say Bradley Cooper in Maestro, and Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers.
Probably
Best Actress.
Best Actress. Emma Stone is going to win Best Actress this year. And that's all I got to say about that for Poor Things.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
There we go.
But you've also got Carey Mulligan in Maestro, Sandra Hüller, who has 2 big performances coming out this year. But she got a lot of raves out of Cannes for Anatomy of a Fall.
Margot Robbie
for Barbie. She won't win it, though.
I don't... Yeah. Okay.
And Jodie Comer for The Bike Riders. because funny accents, right? Best supporting actor. Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things, Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer, and Ryan Gosling for Barbie. These are the main three, and I think maybe Robert De Niro for Killers of the Flower Moon, but
I could see it.
It's going to be a tight race for that category, I think.
I would love Robert Downey Jr. to get it. This is
Really?
the one for me, I think.
I'm leaning more towards Mark Ruffalo and Ryan Gosling, frankly. And, of course, Robert De Niro.
I think so, too. I feel like he can come back with another movie that, like, he stars in a little bit more for Robert Downey.
Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah. I think Mark Ruffalo or Ryan Gosling are going to be the ones that...
Yeah. And then, I'll just say it, Tom Hardy for The Bike Riders.
Suck my dick. Suck my dick.
Best Supporting Actress. I think Lily Gladstone is going to be the one to beat for Killers of the Flower Moon.
I think so.
They're really going to push that, and I think everybody's already on board with that. But also, we were talking about The Holdovers, Davine Joy Randolph. It's been getting really strong raves out of Venice. And then Penelope Cruz is apparently the best thing about Ferrari. So that could be a... and she's already an Oscar winner. People do love her. She's
great. I think she can really bring it.
Yeah. I feel like just because it's like one of the main scenes that people talk about coming out of Oppenheimer, that Emily Blunt might snag a nomination. I don't think she will be like a front runner or anything, but she might get.
But deserved. I feel like there's for actors. Sometimes there's scenes, a specific scene in the movie that just really solidifies their performance, and I think Emily Blunt had one in Oppenheimer. So
100%. I'm not saying she's not worthy of it, but I think it would again just be like an acknowledgement, like we loved you in this. And then I don't know, maybe America Ferrera for Barbie.
No. No. I love Barbie, but no. And I love America Ferrera, but no.
You have these other ones like, you're talking Saltburn, you're talking Napoleon, you're talking Zone of Interest. Like these movies are going to come in with they're going to really campaign for these people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Win Best Supporting. Well, Ed, thank you so much for walking us through all these like future Oscars. It's tough because it's like we're talking movies, some movies that have happened, and some movies that haven't released yet. So you just kind of have to like trust at this point. But they are coming. But I feel like this kind of gives you an idea.
We'll be talking about it throughout.
We will mention this more.
Exactly. So if you see, oh my God, there's Poor Things. They talked about that. You should go check it out. There's
The Bike Riders. We should all go see that.
It's streaming. But Ed, again, thank you for doing this. I want to say happy birthday again, Ed.
Hey, happy birthday, man.
This was the best birthday treat I could have asked for, so thank you guys.
Since you're such a good boy, we might do another birthday treat next week, but we're gonna have to wait and find out and see. Thank you everybody for tuning into our Punch Drunk Minis. Next week we're gonna get back to the normal show where we do the news, we do a feature discussion, and what we're into, and we might celebrate Ed a little bit more.
We should.
I think we should. But until next time, it's been me, Luis Gonzalez, and with me's been
Ed Bull, the original host of this episode.
Okay. And you know what? I'm Miguel Sanchez. I'm over here too. Okay.
Okay, Ed, close us out.
Thank you, cousin. You are enough. And. Mwah.